Shall I tell them what we're doing?
Yeah.
For today's video, we're talking dreams. Basically, whenever I have a dream that's like particularly interesting and I wake up in the middle of the night or whatever, I usually try and type it out on my phone in notes and, you know, just get it all down and then go back to bed. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I don't even remember
Typing.
like what the dream was. And some of these are like a year, 2 years old, just on the notes on my phone. And so I've pretty much forgotten about the majority of these dreams.
Interesting.
We're gonna do a little search through all my dreams here. This is the first, like I've scrolled all the way to the bottom of my notes. All right. Dream, this one's just called Dream. I am in a room with some peeps. There are 2 table tennis tables and we are playing a version of pool on them where you hit the ball back and forth so it rolls to the other side. The net is tattered. Brandon's just some random guy I went to high school with. Brandon is on my team, and one of the guys I'm playing against had some cookies which he let me try. There is another table in the room and other people playing in it. And then Jesse and I are jamming out in the hallway of the same building. Some random song with other peeps who are there, and that's what it says.
Oh, sick. So we're just jamming out.
We were just jamming. It's vaguely coming back to me. Yeah, we were in some dimly lit room and we were just knocking the table tennis ball with the bat so it would roll from one side to the other, and somehow that was a game. Oh, this one. My dream. It starts off and I'm in my bed as normal and I hear some people walk in the apartment as though they're ready for Tuesday drinks. This is back at uni when everyone would go out on a Tuesday. I think this part actually happened because I was, now this is coming back to it. I was taking a nap on a Tuesday afternoon or something. So I took a nap, and in my, like an hour and a half nap, pro tip, if you ever want to have crazy dreams, take an hour and a half nap and you will get fucked up. But I could hear, when I was napping, I could hear people in the other room. Stuff
influence your
happens
dream.
in real life.
Yeah.
Then I hear Luke was my roommate at the time, say that he doesn't think anything's really going on because everyone has a lot to do. Right now, I'm in a state of limbo between the dream world and what actually happened. Some weird shit happens where I'm in my room, but I don't really remember. I remember being suddenly out in the kitchen and sitting at the table with Luke. But for some reason I can't look at his face. It's as though his face and mine are opposite magnetic attraction and I just can't quite do it.
Yeah, I've heard this one before.
Yeah, and in my peripheral it just sort of looks like a smear and I can't look at it.
Is this almost lucid? Or
Not yet, but I think it does get lucid.
Okay.
Later on. I'm aware at this point that I must be off my tit on some kind of drug or something. Now just to preface this, I don't take drugs, but for some reason in my dream I was like, because I couldn't look at him and I was sort of in this weird thing.
I suppose what else are you going to think, right?
So I was like, fuck, I must be on drugs. Off my tits on some kind of drug or something, and I try to make my way down the hall to my bedroom to get to sleep. So I think I'm awake at this moment, but I'm obviously not. Like, I don't realize I'm dreaming. Only trouble is I'm kind of stumbling and still having trouble with my vision. So I have to run my hand along the wall as I go for balance, all the while trying to act sober. When I reach my room, I begin to hear muffled music, and when I open the door, I realize there is the remnants of a party happening there. But it is not my room. I walk into a huge room with dark oak wood frame and enormously tall ceiling. There is also a kind of mezzanine level, halfway up, a dozen stairs and dark green carpet floor. I walk through what I now realize is my space, seeing shoes scattered on the floor and what I assume to be a walk-in closet, with a group of people in there chatting. The place is kind of like the attic of an old mansion that has been repurposed as an enormous kids' play area, as there are Legos now strewn on the floor everywhere. I realized that I must have been at this party all night and not remembered after taking whatever I'd taken. So I try and act like I know what's going on. This is in quotes. Who knew what a great place for a party this would be? I say enthusiastically as a group of people realize my entrance and make their own way down the mezzanine level. They're like, Robert! And come sit next to me where I have crashed on the couch to myself. To stop myself from having to walk too much. Who messed up all the Lego? I asked, and then James points to Oko, it's just some other mate of mine from uni, who replies, no, it was James. And I'm like, it can't have been James, he's a Lego like me. James is a friend of mine who also had Lego, so I'm like, he can't have done this, he would respect the boundaries, you know. He's a Lego like me. He understands the struggle of putting that shit up. We sit for a second and watch the party unfold around us. But I'm trying to figure out the best way to ask these guys if they remember me taking any drugs, because I'm getting a little worried. I lean over and I'm like, hey, I don't really know how to ask you this, but do you remember me taking anything? They look at me in confusion, and then suddenly it hits me like a ton of bricks. I'm in a dream. None of this is real. The realization sets my mind racing, and in doing so, starts to pull me out of the dream, but I quickly realize and try to counteract it.
Yeah, good.
I do so just in time and return to a dream state, but a lower dream state. One that is closer to reality and less deep. In this dream plane, there is a different story happening.
Yeah, I found with dreams, when you realize you're in a dream, if you push the reality of it, it can break the dream and pull you out. So yeah, whenever I get the opportunity of realizing that I'm in a dream, I don't go too far. What I did was like, I sort of went around and like looked at everything and judged how real it was, felt the walls and things like that. Then I tried putting my head through a wall, and I just fucking slammed into the thing. So yeah, but I still super enjoy it.
Alright, here's another dream I think you feature in this one, so. Alright.
Oh, this is pretty recent, man.
What's the 11th of May 2018? Jesse and I are in entrepreneurship class. Well, just for context,
Yeah.
Jesse and I took an elective entrepreneurship, even though we did separate degrees so that we could be in the same class. Woo! Jesse and I are in entrepreneurship class, and this random guy is handing out tabs of acid, and we each take one without really thinking, except Jesse takes two. So obviously in the dream, I remember I was like, it was really stupid because this guy was like, you ever tried acid before? And we were like, no. He's like, I've got some. We're like, yeah. Neither of us have done it before. On the way out of the class, we realize we've left some of our shit back up in the room, and we go rushing back to get it, only to see the female teacher's aide holding our stuff walking towards us. We're relieved, but she seems a bit annoyed and sits us down asking why everyone was rowdy in class today. But we butter her up and weasel our way out with words as usual. But suddenly I feel the acid hit, and my entire mindset and thinking process changes. I look over at Jesse, and he just stops mid-sentence and starts staring blankly and laughing. I can tell it's hit him really hard. I only took one, so I'm obviously doing my best to keep it together and get us out of trouble, but it's not easy. Eventually we escape, and as we're going, we turn to each other like, fuck, what have we got ourselves into? This shit is fucked up. A bunch of stuff happens. Jesse and I are headed to the club. Later I meet some drunk uni dickheads outside the pub/club, and we get talking about random shit as you do, but they're clearly fucked up. One of them vomits in the gravel parking lot, and I'm disgusted, so I stagger off. He follows me and vomits right past me, grazing my hair, and I'm like, what the fuck? It says, what the duck are you doing? He starts getting a bit angry, and all the vomit starts to make me sick as well, so I spew over the wooden railing. Trying not to get any on my hair because it is out. This is back when I had long hair. He stumbles over to me and clearly tries his best to vomit on me, splashing it across the left side of my hair. I'm getting really pissed off, so I run back to my apartment to get away from this weirdo, although I am still high as fuck and struggling with coordination. I hear him start running behind me, and I'm starting to worry what this guy is trying to do, so I dash inside. But realize I'm in the wrong part. However, I have no time to go back, and so I leap into some random chick's room and try to quickly explain that I need to hide before jumping atop a bunk bed, lying flat and trying to look invisible.
Classic tactic.
There's a short silence as we all wait to see if my pursuer will arrive, and sure enough the silence continues, and we hear him enter and begin to scout around to look for me. He enters the bedroom where I and the two girls scans the area intensely with his eyes, looks over to the two girls, asking them if they've seen me. They do their best to tell him they haven't, and he pauses for a second suspiciously as we all wait with bated breath before he turns and leaves. The first girl closes the door once he has left, and I jump down from my hiding spot and try to explain to them what happened. They are very sympathetic and ask if I want to stay the night on the floor, to which I agree. The next day I reunite with Jesse, and we recite our tales of the day/night before, like some kind of crazy epic adventure. If you guys want to see more dreams, hear more dreams rather,
Yeah.
we can do that.